It's me. How are you? um, Lots of people have been wondering what the heck's going on with me. Well, I'm having a couple little health problems, nothing big, but some days are good, some days are bad. Some days look like the backdrop behind me. So I figured, let's just go with it, man. I'll feel like I'm totally normal. Hey, Katrina, what's going on? Congratulations to my good friend Katrina and Krista Knoxville for their great and fast-growing channel, the Disney Double Case. Please go and check them out. I haven't actually had a chance to go to Gonzo's channel and check out the interview that they had with you and Krista. That must be very, very cool. What something is happening and I don't know. Wait, I don't. Sorry, we're experiencing some kind of technical difficulties. It's like this big, I don't think I'm seeing things. It's like a wall of red outside my back door, but I mean, call me crazy. Everybody else does. Dean the Turkey Legster, how are you? What's going on? Katrina 605, Bob. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, you know, those subs will drive you nuts. They go up, they go down, they go up. Molly Rook. Hello, Molly Rook. Nice to see you. And let's see. Let's just go down. There's Disinfinity. Please check out Disinfinity's channel. He's rocking the house. Katrina with Disney Double K's. Please do that as well. Carla and Kiko's Adventures. I was on their channel for a late night stream the other day. Carla and Kiko, I'm very sorry. I had to get off finally after 2 hours, and it was like 12:30 something at night, our time. And we kept talking about relationships and everything so much. And I'm like, this is my wife's one day off. I better go and pay some attention to her. So sorry about that. Bob, backdrop is tripping me out with my headache. I'm sorry. I might have to change the backdrop. Close your eyes. That might be worse. Then you'll just have to concentrate on my voice. Let's see. Disney Trash Can. Hello. How are you? Dean the Turkey Legster. What's going on? I had a dream about giant turkey legs at Disney the other day, Dean. Let's see. Oh, Dean loves the backdrop. I'm sorry, Katrina. I'm freaking you out. Let's start the stream with a time travel back. Ooh. Imagine the theme music from Doctor Who, okay?
The house, especially when you're watching One Stop Mouse. This is a place to have some fun, or worse, so glad you're here to have some songs and meet with friends and drinking a pint of beer. Welcome to the Rose and Crown. Have a seat by the bar and ask for whiskey in the jar. Welcome to the Rose and Crown. It's the best pub in the town. So, sir, right there with the wonderful, beautiful blue shirt on. What is your name?
Bob.
Bob. Everybody say hi, Bob. It's a very friendly pub, Bob. Bob, where are you from?
Long Island.
Long Island, New York. And what part of Long Island, Bob?
Port Jefferson.
Port Jefferson. And what do you do up there in Port Jefferson, Long Island, New York, sir?
Fish.
You fish. Now we got Bob from Long Island, he did say, I'm glad he came to have some fun with all of us today. Well, he loves to fish, that's really, really hip. That's why he's in the pub eating fish and chips. Welcome to the Rose and Crown, it's the best pub in the town. We're glad you came to have some fun, we're so glad you're here to meet with friends and sing some songs and having a pint of beer. Welcome to the Rose and Crown. Cheers, everybody! Thank you.
That was Carol at the Rose and Crown. And obviously that was actually in the summer of 2019. It was Blazin', and she is great. You might have seen her at the World Showcase, sort of big sort of tent that they've had at the festivals. And she's been at a grand piano sort of up on a stage if you've gone in there for the festivals that they've had since the reopening. She is quite cool. And that's in the Rose and Crown. That is the indoor restaurant, not the outdoor fish and chips, Yorkshire fish and chips. That's the British pub. And it's right there. If you walk in, you've got the bar part of, you know, the pub, and down all the way down on the right she used to have a big hat rack behind her all the way to the ceiling with all kinds of different weird big hats with feathers and stuff, and they called her the Hat Lady. And then I don't know, somehow that didn't go good, or it got old or something, or maybe they stole one of her great hats or something. I don't know. She never told me. And then she just became the Piano Lady. So when you go to the Rose and Crown pub at Epcot, to the UK Pavilion, the two people you definitely want to meet, if you can, is Carol, the Piano Lady, who's playing that at the bar right there. And she makes these songs up. You could tell her anything. I told her, Bob, and I'm from this area, and I like to fish. That was easy. But you could say, I'm a CPA. I'm from Afghanistan and whatever else. And she comes up with some really, really great songs. And then there's another guy she's a Disney legend, so to speak, unofficially. And then another unofficial Disney legend who also works at Rose and Crown is the bartender there himself. And that is Carl, the bartender. If you go there, you got to meet Carl and talk to him. He's a fixture there, like some guy from Cheers or something like that. And you definitely have to meet Carol, the Piano Lady. Wonder what my secret identity would be. I've never thought about it. Dad Builds, Chris, how are you? Chris, I have not. This is the first time I've been on in days. I have not had a chance to do that video for you for that project you want to do, but I promise I will get on it. Hey, Kadani Sean, congratulations on that first live stream that you had the other day. Very, very informative. Please check out Kadani Sean's channel. We call him Socks because of a series of vlogmases that he did, featuring socks, of course. But he has a new live streaming DVC show, and it's quite cool and quite informative. If you have questions about the DVC, or like a lot of people like me, you're not a DVC member, don't know much about it, but have always been curious, but didn't really want to stop at one of those little booths in Disney Springs or in the Polynesian lobby and get the sales pitch. This is a way that you cannot feel pressured and get the sales pitch and ask some honest, ask questions with honest answers from Kadani Sean, and get, real world answers. And I think it's going to be a big hit. That's a great idea, Sean. There you go. That is the link for that. You can check that out in the chat. Orlando Adventures, how are you? We had Brian on the other day when I have a collaborative stream with the Adventures of Gonzo, and I and a few other people, Sean and the Hitchhiking Bones, had him on. We did a show for the Bonzo Hour, we call it, our collaborative stream that goes back and forth. And our Orlando Adventures, a small channel, was on there along with Sean. We were all kind of small, except for Gonzo's getting up into the thousands now. The rest of us are below 1,000, and we were talking about building your channel. And everybody gets real obsessed with what type of microphone do I need, and what type of, and all the other things that are so important. So you might want to check that out. That will be on this channel on One Stop Mouse. Just look for the last episode of the Bonzo Hour, and it was called Building Your Channel. Dad Builds. Tina, how are you? Sorry I missed you. Yes, I miss the live entertainment as well at Walt Disney World, especially Carol. Kristen Oxville, what's going on? How's life? We keep having this weird thing going on. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. I don't know what this is. Hey, I'm sorry. It keeps kicking me out. It's like I don't have control. Hello? Can you guys hear me? What am I doing here? Who put these in my mouth? Hello? It's like I'm being hypnotized by something. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Hello, Bob. Yeah, I know. No, it's not. It's not my brain, Katrina. I don't know what it is. It's Wanda. It's Wanda. Yeah, I know. Why does she on my channel? Go get hey Wanda, go chase after Resort TV 1. They have a lot of subscribers. You don't need me. I'm nobody. But man, Daniel, let me tell you, I think I've been in Westview my entire life. It would explain a lot. Except for the multi-marriages. I don't think they would like that in the 1950s sitcom stuff. Maybe the later ones. WandaVision. Yeah. Stop playing games with Bob. So anyway, there's lots of news out there right now. Nothing earth-shattering. There is new news on the Japanese speed train that is continuing to move along. The last that I heard is they are actually in container cars on a ship, and they're about to hit the U.S. And then they'll be moving them. I think it's from the port of New York down to here, and they'll be here in the Orlando area in a little over a week. And they'll start testing. So any of you who are visiting Disney, or any of you locals, if you happen to see a Japanese speed train going 100 miles an hour, I think it's actually 160 tops. So that's tops, so 150. If you see something speeding by, a train-like thing that's going 150 miles an hour next to you, don't be surprised. I would like to make a special mention right down here in the crawl about Mr. Pete McDevitt. I don't want to get into his personal business. Any of us on YouTube, any of the creators and the people who are in the chats a lot happen to know that he's having a bit of a hard time right now, a little under the weather, a lot under the weather. But like I said, I'm not going to get specific. Please remember, all of you guys, and even to you guys that don't know him, go and check out his channel and see what a marvelous guy this is. This is a gentleman that is a big cheerleader for all those channels that you watch and like, or like mine that you don't like. And he's very supportive of us, and we want to be supportive of him as well. So go to the Pete McDevitt channel. If you like what you see, subscribe to it, like these videos, and take a look at what he's done with basically cheerleading. He supports all the channels, and he really he makes us feel good about ourselves. And subscribe. Please consider subscribing to One Stop Mouse and liking this video if you haven't gotten a headache from this backdrop. Also, this live stream right now is being featured by The Live Place. which is a one-stop online location for family-friendly live streams. You can follow that crawl right below here, and then you'll see I'll have the Pete McDevitt thing as well. I'll go back and forth between them. So Team Pete Strong, yeah. Pete Strong, Tina. Oh, breaking news. If Bob gets a new wife, they release a new princess line wedding gowns. Just FYI. I don't even know what to say. Plus, Katrina, I don't know if this is a great idea for me to get this backdrop because in my current weird condition, it's weirding me out too. But I'm gonna leave it up there. I'm pretty sure there is going to be a Brightline train going to Disney Springs. Yes, or Disney. Orlando Adventures. That is what I was talking about. The Japanese speed train that is coming is the Brightline. It's called the Brightline, and it is on its way right now. Like I said, it's about to hit to the U.S. shores in container cars, and the actual cars for that are going to be down here in the Orlando area, getting put on tracks, and you're going to start seeing tests with that in a very, very short time. That is the Brightline train, and it will be at a station right across the street from Disney Springs. The station for that is going to be situated, if you were at Disney Springs, you'd look across the street and you'd see the Grapefruit Garage, which is a place where all the casts in Disney Springs are supposed to park. And it's sort of like a last resort. People usually park at the Orange Garage and the other citrus named garages that are closer to like the movie theater and everything. And the last resort place is the Grapefruit parking across the street. Well, to the right, if you are at Disney Springs looking across the way, across Buena Vista, to the right of that, there's that gas station. Well, there's a big parking area and stuff behind the gas station, and then it goes way, way, way down to where they have Team Disney, which is where they do a lot of training for Disney. And that big area, that's going to be where the station is going to be. So it should be interesting to see how they configure all of that. The godfather of YouTube, the one we all love, the one who puts us before home, Pete McDevitt. Yes. It's Perfectly Cat. Hey, Cat, how are you? Nice to see you. Please check out Perfectly Cat. And also, besides just checking her out personally, she's also on, there's a thing where Kelly from the Mickey Bunch does a show called Spilling the Tea, and on some weeks, and then on other weeks, Perfectly Cat and Cinderella Loves Disney, and some other people, including somebody I just interviewed, do Spilling the Disney Tea as well. Hey, look who. It is the Disney Baker. How are you? Thank you for joining the stream. I don't have, I would appreciate that. Do you have the links for Pete? If not, I can send you. Perfectly Cat. Hi. I hope you're doing well, Cat. You're so cute. Check her out wherever you see her, if she's on a stream with other people or whatever she happens to be doing. Again with this. I'm so sorry. I don't know what the deal is with that. Some weird signal that keeps crossing over. But hold on one second. We have one of our reporters here at One Stop Mouse, a young reporter, a little quirky, but he is great. Lots and lots of energy. Let's join Mr. Peter Parker live from Pirates of the Caribbean at Walt Disney World, Florida. Pete, come in, Pete. Peter, are you there? Hey, Yeti, how are you? Nice to see you, Yeti. Not Yeti, Yachty. I saw Yachty the other day. I'm not getting anything. Peter, you're breaking up. Are you okay? Peter Parker, come in, Peter. Guys, do we have Pete here or what? Peter Parker, come in, Peter. Son? Hi, is that Mr. Bob? Hey, Mr. Bob, this is Peter. What's going on? Well, we're here in Pirates, but it's kind of dark. Excuse me, sir. It's they closed down the ride, and there are people in hip waders, like looking like fly fishermen, from Disney who are trying to get us out of the boats right now. It's kind of weird. All the lights are out, but they've turned down the music and the animatronics talking, so it's just dark. And all we can do is we can just hear like little motors and kind of like movements of plastic. So the figures, I think, are still moving. Well, but that lady right next to me was kind of weird. That could be her. Sorry, ma'am. So nothing much to say from here. I had a great Dole Whip before I got in here, and the people in here have been very polite for the most part. We've been in here for about an hour and 45 minutes, and they're starting to get a little bit restless. I know one lady here said that if we didn't get off soon, she was going to jump out, wade through the water, and start snacking on Jack Sparrow's hairpiece. So hopefully Mr. Bob will be out of here soon. And that's really all I have to say. So that's it. So back to you, Mr. Bob. Have a good stream. Bye. All right. You'll have to be a little patient with me. I don't know what's going on. We got a signal that's lagging. We got rides closed down. That could have practically been me in the dark. You can't even see anything. Who's that? Who's leaving? Somebody's leaving? Too many shenanigans? I mean, what? I mean, I do have your address, Krista. I may just pop up and you never. Yeah. See, Krista? That's why I didn't give you my address, because now Katrina has your address and she's just going to pop on by and stalk you. You don't know. See how when I do that bright eyes and I look with that background, it's I got to get a still of that. To support Pete, Venmo, yes. To support Pete, look below. Boom. Go to Venmo. Now, any of you that have been in the hospital, I was just in the hospital recently, and I have a good Disney insurance, and still, it's a hefty bill, let me tell you. And that was just the night at the ER. If someone like Pete has been in the hospital, say, not saying that he has, but if he has, I'll stop kidding. Those hospital bills are super, super hefty. And Pete not being there and the chaos of it and everything, anything you can do to help support our friend Pete McDevitt, anything is good, $5 is great. $5 buys, almost, I'll make a rib meal. I think it's like 7 or something like that. Hey, Griswold family vacation. How are you? Just co-pays for anything add up fast. Yeah, I know. I was in the ER for like a couple of weeks ago down here in Florida. They did tests and stuff like that. And it would have been just for like 4 hours in the ER, it would have been $10,000. And with really, really good Disney insurance, it only came to $3,000. But still, is Tony Stark stuck on Space Mountain? Good idea, Orlando Adventures. For all you know, that could be coming up in just a second. Hey again, Nick. Where is Nick? Oh, there he is. Movie Maniac Nick. Hello there. Hello, everyone. Did I miss anybody? Katrina. Let's see. I love me some Spider-Man. So if you weren't here, we had Carol from the Rose and Crown singing a personalized One Stop Mouse tune. That was a great throwback, a great memory to summer of 2019. That's why she didn't have a mask on. And we joined Peter Parker live at Pirates of the Caribbean, although it was pitch black and really noisy because of all the chaos. And we keep getting this. Somebody said it was WandaVision. I don't know what the heck that is, but oh yeah, it's that Disney Plus. It's that streaming thing. We keep getting this weird stuff, this weird static that keeps coming and going. Everyone just meet here in Tennessee. It's the middle for everyone. Yeah, but also the middle of a bunch of snow, isn't it? Chris, are you getting a bunch of snow right now? I know I have a relative that lives in Texas where they just like had a blizzard and ice and snow like they've never had in history. It's been really, really bad. Hey, Rachel. Hey, welcome to the stream. Big party in Tennessee. Yeah. Woohoo! I love Tennessee. Bob, it looks like you have peacock feathers. You don't know. I might. Disney is all inclusive. I mean, you don't think they're going to profile me because I have peacock feathers, right? I mean, Walt met me when he was on his Rio de Janeiro trip with the 3 Caballeros, and I've been like this ever since. There's my bestie, Rachel. No snow, kind of cold. Really? Are you up down at a lower elevation in Tennessee, not in the mountains, Krista? Your background yellow. I know that. It's giving me a headache. Let's see what else we could do for a background. Let's see if I got anything else. What do we got? That's kind of plain. I don't know if I like that. I'm in Knoxville. I have been totally out of it and just trying to get by. I feel like a weenie complaining about my health stuff when someone like Pete really has dire stuff going on. We have 7 inches of snow here in Oklahoma and temperature is -3. Yeah, I saw a thing where people said they really hated Florida right now because the entire country is like blue and cold and we're like orange. It was like 79 degrees today. I mean, Bob was like, 20 in the 70s, and he could have found some good drugs in one of his old pockets. All right, wait a second. I'm not that old. If you calculate being a 58-year-old, I graduated high school and was 18 in 1980. So I was actually 20 in the 80s, a full decade later than that. Okay. I started college in the latter half of the summer of 1980, not the 70s. I already feel like an old bag. Don't make me feel older. Now it looks like Bob is in jail. He needs to hold up his jail ID number. All right. Hold on. See, I'm not in the good light. I got to get this out of here. Well, let's get out of here. Let's get this out of here. Hide. We have to get rid of Katrina. So yeah, it's hard to do that yourself. Try having somebody do their own mugs. I mean, they hold up the easel themselves, but can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see. So let's see. Green screen. Oh, and then the other one that they have for StreamYards, that's great. This is for people who like have a messy, not so great house. You know, you got the grand piano back there and the floor to ceiling fireplace and the nice Crafts Mini door over there and the picture windows over there. So yeah, here I am. I'm at my house now. How do you like it? This is great. This is great. This house, see the bookcases back there and the big built-in for the TV. That house and the arches. Look at that. Look at the archways over there. And the wood and the columns. That is an expensive house. Your average priced house 20 minutes south of Disney here is like which is like our house that we rent is like a $230,000 house, like 3-bedroom, quarter-acre sort of deal. That thing's probably, if it were in this area, that'd be twice that, I bet. Yeah, exactly. I'm in VP's house right now. That's Arlene's house. There you go. So anytime I see somebody on StreamYard and they have like a bunch of crud behind them, that's no excuse for that. You could have a brick wall. Actually, you don't have these choices, I don't think. You might have them when you're invited to a stream. But I think you have this and you have a brick wall. At least. But you can upload your own backdrops. So if you want to mess with people, you know, you can always get on and you'll be backstage. And then right when they throw you on, you go, "Hi, Kelly. How are you? Why are you looking at me like this?" But anyhow, so yeah, this is our experimental channel. I would have done a heck of a lot more with this stream in terms of experimental stuff. My fault, Bob. I still love you. What? Oh, because she said I was old. There you go. Katrina, my mom is older than Bob. LOL. Okay, that's good. Now it looks like Bob is in jail. Hold on. Yeah, I just did that. I just upgraded StreamYard, but don't know if it was worth it. Oh, Yachty. Yeah, I don't know that it's worth it either. You tell me, actually. Let us, I mean, you don't know if it was worth it. I mean, the big thing with the upgrade on StreamYard, for those of you that are starting to stream and everything like Katrina, is that, see up in the corner there, it says powered by StreamYard. You don't have that. I could have a one-stop mouse logo there if I paid for it. This is the free version. And let's see, it used to be that you couldn't interject videos, but on the free version you can now. So that was the biggest reason that I would want to do it, that I couldn't interject, put in those videos like the ones you've seen from WandaVision and Carol and Peter Parker and stuff. That was the big reason that if they hadn't added that on the free version, I would have gotten it. I think the only thing would be worth it if you're going to have so that's where I was going. The only reason to pay for that, I think, is that you can have a ton of people. So I know some people have the paid for version. I know Gonzo has it. Adventures of Gonzo. I know Carlos has it from Disney World Freak. And I guess I'm just small time, and I have not had that many people yet. So Katrina, thanks you for saying that. Also, yeah, it is a lot easier on the host if you have a bunch of guests. So I've been straying away a little bit from doing streams because I haven't been able to kind of get it together. I haven't been feeling well. If you basically get on and you've got 8 guests, you kind of just roll the conversation and they kind of hold up a lot of it. Whereas a lot of mine, like this show, it's basically a monologue. Ever heard of Streamlabs? Yes. Nick, I use Streamlabs, and I use it when I stream in the parks, which because of COVID and other things I haven't done in about 2 months. But you can ask anybody who's familiar with I used to do a lot of streams in the parks, like Krista and Disinfinity and Katrina, how happy I am with Streamlabs and streaming. I think streaming would be fine with Streamlabs or this StreamYard if you're at home and you have good internet and it's hardwired like I have right now. But to go into the parks with Streamlabs on my phone and to stream is awful. It's awful. If you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you cannot stream directly through YouTube. You need a third-party app like StreamYard or Streamlabs. And if you want to do this thing with multiple screens, you've got to use one of those two. Favorite theme park? My favorite theme park, Orlando Adventures. Thanks for asking. Is, and I think will still always be, Magic Kingdom. There are only 2 places that I know of where the second that I see, I basically get the chills. And that is the first time I see the mountains when I get back to the mountains. And number 1 is the first time I walk in, I'm in Town Square and I see the castle. It's always been, it's a big childhood memory thing. And that's why I'm so fond of the Polynesian resort as well, because it happens to, it's nostalgia. Bob, you need to get back into the parks. There, our numbers were the lowest they have been since October. Yes, I know that. And if you've been, everybody knows that I don't BS and beat around the bush. Okay, you can still be happy without having to run up the Capitol steps or have an argument with your neighbor about politics and stuff. I'm not like that, but I'm also just not, it's magical, but real. We're in like one of the worst areas of the entire country, not just for COVID, but for the variants as well. The numbers overall with the virus have been dropping. But the cases that we do have, it's sort of crossing each other. The overall is going down, but the variant cases are going up. And then, of course, they're trying to get as many vaccines out as possible. And I have bad diabetes and a few other things I'm not getting into that I insinuated about right now. And my doctor basically said, don't go out. Wait till you get a vaccine, but we got to deal with some other issues first. So I have my own little peculiar thing. If we're talking about everybody else in general, if you're in good health and you want to go to the parks, that's something I was going to do the other day, but the hitchhiking bones actually beat me to the topic and I was just toast and not feeling good. So I just didn't do it. But that stream was going to be, should you go to Disney now? Guess what? Right now, I would go if you're in good health. Why is that? Because a week ago, under good authority from sources that I have, the numbers of these Brazilian and these British strains, which are far more easy to catch. Some of these guys that you haven't heard of yet, they're far more easy to catch in terms of off of surfaces, which COVID has not been before. And they're far more easy to catch in terms of transmission in the air. Those haven't hit us yet. So in case the vaccinations don't get out fast enough and those variants get up high enough, and they're thinking it might within the next 4 to 6 weeks, if I were you, I would get your butt in the park, like Katrina is saying now. The numbers are down. Those other variants haven't hit yet. Go in there while there's a gap between vaccinations getting out and these variants coming, while it's still safe, because it might be even less safe in a month and a half. So I would tell all my friends, relatives, whatever, if you're not in a condition like me, go to the park now. My favorite is Animal Kingdom because there's so much detail that nobody realizes. Thank you, Krista. Yeah, a lot of people think that I'm just a fraidy cat and no, I'm not going to the park. Now I've kind of flipped. I'm like, go now before it's worse. So my favorite is Animal Kingdom because there's so much detail that nobody realizes. You know what? That is why I love Disney all around. And I've been saying this for, forever. My first trip to Disney World was when Epcot opened in 1982, when I was a college student. Katrina, college student, freshman. No, not freshman, because I was 2 years in. So I was junior in college. Katrina knows more about me than I do. Junior in college. Or sophomore, went to the opening of Epcot, and Disneyland, and even more so, I think, Disney World, because there's just more of it. Why are the Disney parks all around the world, I think, superior to all the other theme parks? Because of the attention to detail. The attention to detail at Disney is so intense and so crazy in terms of smells, in terms of texture, in terms of little tiny things. There's no way that you would ever, especially being somebody who's visiting new, but even being a veteran, I bet if you've gone 25 times to Walt Disney World and even have a channel, there's a ton of things that you haven't seen. There's over 1,100 hidden Mickeys. Have you all seen all the hidden Mickeys there? I've probably seen like 20 of them. And I've been going to the park for a long, long time. There's so much detail in the Disney parks that people don't know why it makes them feel so good and why it makes them feel so entrenched in the experience and so authentic. They don't necessarily know all the little details, but they feel it. And I think that's what keeps them coming back. It is sad that another news report basically says that because of what's been going on with the pandemic and everything, that Disney is saying that they're going to be spending less on theme parks and putting it more into other things, like their big success right now, Disney Plus. And that makes sense, just for now, at least, because with the virus, I think they're still guesstimating like July of this year till things might be maybe normalized, hopefully. Streaming, people aren't going to the movies still. Hopefully there'll be movie theaters left by then. Streaming is the thing, and they've made a huge... They have like 95 million subscribers to Disney Plus, and they weren't thinking that they would have that many subscribers on a positive guesstimation. They were thinking they might have that in like 2024, and they have that many now. So they're way, way ahead. It's a big, huge success, even with a bunch of people canceling because they're complaining about the firing of Gina Carano, who is the character from The Mandalorian, because she got so political online. I don't know. I mean, it's fine that it's free speech and everything, but back in the old days of the studios where they told the actors how to dress and what to do and which parties to go to and everything, they were in tight control. And nowadays, it's a free agent sort of a system. But even if you're the biggest of stars, if you just throw your political opinions out there in this day and age, I mean, any of you guys and me know you can't really do that without some bad results, right? I mean, you got to step lightly. Gina Carano lost her job from Disney, so we'll see how all that falls out. So what is this? 82 noted. 82. Oh, thank you. Thank you. The year 1982. I wish I could go to Disney tomorrow. August is so far away. Aw, you guys will see me going to Disney soon. I'm going to iron out what I'm doing right now. I'm going and having tests and labs and stuff every day. And then as soon as I can, I'm going to get those shots. Hopefully I'll be able to get the one single shot if it's available and it's faring well. Which one is that? Is that the Johnson & Johnson one? Katrina's writing a book on all of my favorite people. Donna Jaworski, who everybody knows, she is immunocompromised as well, and she stayed away from the parks. And you will notice when you see Nick and Corey and Arjans and the rest of them with her from those other channels, that she's going to the parks now because she actually had COVID. She actually got the shot and she feels safe going. And I think that I'll probably, I don't want to get COVID, please. I really don't want to, but I think once I get the shot, you'll see me going a lot. You see and learn things when you go there. I'm sure there's multiple characters on me. Our friendship is a whole book. There are other reasons why people cancel. It's not just a subject. It's just not a subject to talk about on YouTube. Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to get there. But it's just one of those things right now. That is Katrina suggesting that I not talk about that. Chris in Knoxville, which I don't like to not talk about anything. I'm not one of those people because not 99% of the people on YouTube are super friendly. A couple are fake. I ain't fake. I'll tell you that. There's not really anything to talk about. It's basically a lot of people disagree on a lot of stuff. And I don't know. I'm not a corporate guy, so I don't make the decisions. Everybody gets butt hurt online for the littlest things. Yeah, I know that. You know, the one thing you don't want to be nowadays, and even when I was a few years ago, is it's hard to be a small business person. Because when I was a small business person, I noticed that a lot of people wouldn't tell me to my face if they had a problem with something. They would just do it online like 4 days later. And I have a favorite pizza place in the area that is going through that stuff right now. Vicky Peterson, welcome to the stream. I'm at mostly on Facebook. Yeah, social media. That's the problem. It's social. And we all got a lot of stuff going on. Most underrated Disney resort. I would say let's take a vote in the chat. What do you guys think is the most underrated Disney resort? I would say it would definitely have to be the economy resorts. I would probably say I would say Art of Animation or Caribbean Beach Club. Not the beach club behind Epcot next to the yacht club. The Caribbean Beach Club that has this big pool that looks like you're around a Spanish fort with Jack Sparrow and everything. And actually, I think the Pop Century, that's a good one too. I know Daniel likes that. Any of the economy resorts, I think sports and music I would take those last. But, you know, the thing with me is in the old days, I used to spend a lot of money on, this is my style. I wouldn't do this now, but when I was coming from out of state, Coronado Springs, yes. When I used to travel, if you're from out of state, when I used to travel from out of state, I would fly or I would drive like 10 hours from where I used to live. And then I would get here, and after all of that, I would jump right into it, get my luggage into the resort. And it would usually be one of the nicer resorts. It'd be the beach club or the yacht club or the wilderness lodge or something like that. And or the beach club villas or something like that. And I would stay at these resorts that costed pretty good money. And I would basically, from dawn, from the earliest I could go, the earliest morning hours for a early hour event or for an early breakfast till whatever late after hours events, or going over to the Key West Resort to have a late night dinner or something like that at Olivia's, I would get up and be unconscious, leaving my resort every morning during my 8-day vacation, and not even see the fantastic Wilderness Lodge lobby. And then I would come back like into the same resort. And I basically came to the conclusion, at least for someone of modest means like myself, that I would start staying in less expensive resorts and then just go and hang out in those more expensive resorts, like hang out in the Wilderness Lodge lobby, eat breakfast at Whispering Canyon or something like that, so that I could enjoy the ambiance of those places. And, for the most part, when I was unconscious, I just needed to sleep, a handful of hours with air conditioning, and that's all I needed. So that's what I used to do. Bloom and Cheese, hello. Thanks for joining us. I thought about movies, but then they wanted to stick us in the Little Mermaid suite, and I don't think the husband or son would like it very much. Yeah, the Mermaid suite is super, super sweet, like a lot of the princess stuff. But if you're the lone female and your son and your husband are with you, Polly for sure. Yep, Polynesian is mine. What's the wait? Orlando Adventures? What's the most overrated? Katrina, you're saying the Polynesian resort is the most overrated? Okay. Katrina is saying that the Polynesian resort is overrated. And there is reason for that, if you think about it, of all of you people that know. And I love the Polynesian resort. That's my favorite resort. People are like, why? Well, first of all, they used to have, when you used to go in the front, and then when you used to go into the lobby, that little kind of a mound behind the totem, that used to be this huge thing that took up most of the lobby and went all the way up to the second floor, even with the second floor area where the Kona Cafe and stuff are. And that whole thing was like a tropical rainforest with lilies and all kinds of stuff on it, and waterfalls. It used to be quite spectacular. And then it's still nice, and then you would go through the lobby, and there was a bunch of stuff right in the back there as well, which right now they have like a big piece of AstroTurf. But without that big mound, as soon as you walk into the lobby, you do get the Polynesian theme and can see a straight shot through the back doors, and you see the castle in the distance. I wonder how it's going to go with the retheming of that. They're doing a retheming, and they're doing construction with Moana right now. So I wonder how I'm going to feel about that. Bloom and Cheesa, welcome to the stream. Thought about movies, right? Coronado Springs. When I stay for a week, I want to make sure to go to the parks one day and the next off so we can enjoy. Yes, Yachty. I always, for like 30 years, that was my plan. One day I was going to do that. I was going to go. I was going to spend some time. I'm at the beach club. It has this big pool with sand in it. I'm going to relax every other day. It's like, I can't do it. It's like getting a dog not to chew on a bone or something. I could not do it. And that was a big source of contention to friends and previous administration, which I call former wives, that I only, if we go to Disney, I can't do it any other way. I tried to do it, but I can't. I mean, I have to do it full bore until like I'm falling asleep on slower rides like the Land and And I love that ride, and Carousel of Progress, and I would just go on it again. Krista, go watch Danielle with the Mickey girl. She did a review on The Little Mermaid. Katrina, do you actually think Mike and Cameron would like it? Krista, the Little Mermaid suites, any of those suites, in my opinion, the Little Mermaid suites, any of the themed suites, if you're a Disney file, if you're not a Disney person and you're bringing someone who's not a Disney person and isn't into that, then they might be better off going to something that's not as themed. They might be better off going to the Grand Floridian. They might be better off going to the Contemporary. But if you want somebody who likes to know that they're at Disney and go to a themed room, that's something else. And on that note, we have Orlando Adventures, and he's saying, hit it. Hitting, there it is. I think the Grand Floridian is overrated, or the Contemporary. Well, see, like I just said, the Grand Floridian, in my opinion, it's different. It's not Disney themed. The theme to that is basically like Main Street itself. If it weren't selling Disney stuff, it's supposed to be turn of the century Victorian stuff. And a lot of people who don't want themed stuff 24 hours a day like that. And the Contemporary too, but the Contemporary, that was a thing in 1971 that was very contemporary and ahead of its time, the future of building. So it was cool then. Now it's not as futuristic. I have never been to the Poly, but I have been to every other resort at Disney World. All right. Well, Bloom and Cheesa, if you want to check out the Polynesian once it opens again, and actually you can probably do this right now. They have different times in which it is open. Go to the Kona Cafe, which is in the upstairs area of the Polynesian. A lot of people aren't aware of this little restaurant, and a lot of people have never had what I'm about to mention. The most delicious pancakes that you will ever have in your life, if you have breakfast there, are the macadamia nut pancakes. Now, when you go, you'll see a lot of people talking about Tonga toast. It's this big Texas toast, deep fried and sprinkled with sugar, and it's stuffed with bananas. They have a sort of quick serve downstairs, Captain Cook's, and you can get that there for a much less cost, but you can't get these pancakes there. Go visit, see what the Kona Cafe is like. One day you'll be able to actually visit the bar that's down there, which is Sam's Grog Grotto, which is very much like the Tiki Room with all the crazy stuff out the window and talking Hawaiian god statues and everything. And every time you order a drink, they have people come out and, doing a theme about the drink. It's a very, very interesting place, but try going for breakfast, get the macadamia nut pancakes, and then on your way out, grab that few buck Tonga toast, check it out and have it for a snack later in the day. It was beautiful. Krista, we are talking about the princess. I mean, if I could get the castle for the night for the princess anywhere, or resort to stay at whenever I go again, I think next time, I think I'm going to go to Pop Century, Banana, Ohana for dinner at the Poly is my favorite. Yes. Ohana for dinner. So on that note, my recommendation, and I'm a big foodie, Kona, Kona, Kona Cafe for breakfast items, and for dinner, for sure, Ohana, and probably Ohana for lunch if you can, if they're offering that. Most probably you'll have to get a lunch if you were going to get it in the Polynesian. You'd have to get that at Kona. The things that Kona has that I think are wonderful, they have three things. They have something called of course they have that juice that they have all over the place. It's papaya and a mix of a few other things that they call it different things, but it's macadamia nut pancakes, it's Tonga toast, the deep fried toast, and they have something else, if you don't want that many carbs, that's called a Samoa, which is like a Polynesian eggs Benedict. Really, really good things. I've had Tonga toast at Animal Kingdom Lodge before. The pancakes as good as the wave. The pancakes are way better than the wave, and the Tonga toast at Kona Cafe is where it originated. Okay, in a couple of years, they may bring it back, but such limited food on property, they aren't doing it. I want... Hey, I'll go with you. How do you get from Pop Century to Polycona? You'd want, well, you could drive. Oh, Pog Juice. Me too. I get French bread from Publix and make French toast. Okay. You want to really try some great French toast? If you can go to Publix, you're not going to get this at Walmart, I don't think. But if you can get it at Publix, or if you like have a bagel place near you or something, there's a couple near me. If you can get fresh challah, Challa, it's this kneaded Jewish egg bread. If you can get that, and have a slice if they'll do it. Otherwise, slice it in thick slices and make it with that, and let the slices soak in your batter with a lot of egg in it, and not as much milk. Let it soak in the batter until it's practically falling apart. Get some fresh, good maple syrup, or just put some butter on it and sprinkle a little powdered sugar on it. I am hungry now, and I had just minutes of dinner a few minutes ago. Rosa, how are you? My friend Rosa, what's going on? I was on a stream with her, with my friends the other day, Kiko and, oh no, I'm such an egghead lately. Carla and Kiko. And she was having audio problems, and she was being really quiet when I was talking a lot, which of course I do. And the reason was that she was trying to read my lips because she had no audio with me. And I was just throwing her off. Sorry about that. Yeah, she seems like a very, very sweet person. And we were getting into like marriage counseling practically in that stream. And I had to go because it was making me thinking I had to go pay attention to my own wife. What was that? Let's finish up the stream and go make French toast and post it on Bob's. Yeah, you should do that. Wait. Oh my God, you're back. Yeah, so do me a favor. Wow, this hour has gone by for me. Of course, you've been hypnotized by Wanda and by this backdrop, and you probably have a headache and want some French toast, right? I wish I could look this thing in the eye. This monitor's too big. It's like way up there. I need to have it like down. I need to have it down here, right? Like, is that better? If I had it way down here, like a regular size monitor, this is like in the middle of my monitor. It's like, okay. Anyway. Please do me a favor, as Across says below. I would greatly appreciate it if you have liked this stream at all. If you didn't like it, but you've just been hypnotized by the WandaVision backdrop and just are in the mood of subscribing to One Stop Mouse and liking this video, that'd really help out this channel a lot. If not, that's okay. That's okay. Please come back and check out some other stuff. And also, we have some very interesting videos that have been seldom watched that are down in the videos below on this channel, which are some of the best things that I've done, and nobody's hardly ever seen them. You can check out one of the Vlogmas Christmas time videos I did a couple of months ago, where I jump into, via the magic of green screen, It's a Wonderful Life and kind of goof around. Another one called Defending Galaxy's Edge, when Galaxy's Edge first opened up, and what was going on, all of that. And I had a lot of valid reasons, and it wasn't all serious. It was tongue-in-cheek and funny. And one that I liked a lot one of my favorite vlogs that I've done, which is a Wookiee's Guide to Galaxy's Edge, which was secret plans that Chewbacca gave me when Galaxy's Edge first opened up. And one more time, I just want to say, please, prayers. I'd like to devote this this stream to one of my very best friends that I've met on YouTube, and that is Mr. Pete McDevitt. Please, prayers and strength for Pete's health, please, that he get through what he's going through. There are a lot of ways, and you could support him if you're interested. If you go and look back in the chat on this video, you'll see a Venmo link. But if you go to just a lot of Disney YouTubers right now have information for that kind of stuff, and go and check out Pete McDevitt's channel too. And also, there's a guy named Dean Rice, who is very, very cool, very nice man up in the Twin Cities who just loves YouTubers. And now he's actually starting to feature vlogs as well. He's having sort of an Academy Award for vloggers. This live stream is being featured on that channel, The Live Place, it's called. The Live Place is a one-stop online location for family-friendly live streams. Please check it out. And on that note, I want to say good night to everybody. Gonzo is doing a karaoke night tonight. When Gonzo does karaoke, that is usually at 10:30. I'm lagging a lot tonight. Good old Spectrum. So you might want to go over and check out Gonzo's channel. He is my partner in crime every Thursday night for the Bonzo Hour. And that is coming up this Thursday. We go back and forth from one channel to the other. So this week it'll be on his channel. I'll be there with him and with some guests on the Adventures of Gonzo for the Bonzo Hour at 10:30 p.m. Before that, on Wednesday and 2 days from now at 9:15 p.m., I'll actually have Gonzo on for the first time in the Bob Hot seat, so to speak. And I'm going to be interviewing him, and we'll see how many questions he actually answers. Good night, Bob and Chad. Thank you very much for joining us, Yachty. Xylophone Bob, yes. Say hi to your husband, Krista. Hold on. This thing's... Hold on. There you go. It's a children's xylophone. What do you want? Good night, Bob. Thanks for the fun stream. You're welcome. And with that, let's sign out with Carol from the Rose and Crown, hoping for the virus to go away and for us to have days with no masks. Good night, everybody.
You'll rock the house, especially when you're watching One Stop Mouse. This is the place to have some fun, and we're so glad you're here to have some songs and meet with friends and drink a pint of beer. Welcome to the Rose and Crown. Have a seat by the bar and ask for whiskey in the jar. Welcome to the Rose and Crown. It's the best pub in the town. So sir, right there with the wonderful, beautiful blue shirt on. What is your name?
Bob.
Bob. Everybody say hi, Bob. It's a very friendly pub, Bob. Bob, where are you from?
Long Island.
Long Island, New York. And what part of Long Island, Bob?
Port Jefferson.
Port Jefferson. What do you do up there in Port Jefferson, Long Island, New York, sir?
Fish.
You fish. Now we got Bob from Long Island, he did say, I'm glad he came to have some fun with all of us today. Well, he loves to fish, that's really, really hip. That's why he's in the pub eating fish and chips. Welcome to the Rose and Crown, it's the best pub in the town. We're glad you came to have some fun, we're so glad you're here to meet with friends and sing some songs and having a pint of beer. Welcome to the Rose and Crown.